matter how far, wherever you're found, my love will be waiting, safe and sound. You've nothing to fear, I won't keep you bound. My love's a strong foundation, built on solid ground. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, no matter what you've done, my love for you will still abide. You remain my only one, I'll keep a place for you by my side. I want you to be happy, even if it isn't with me. I want you to be happy, so I'll set you free. I want you to be happy, one day I hope you'll see. Real love needs no lock and key. I want you to be happy, it isn't love if you are free. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, no matter what you've done, my love for you will still abide. You remain my only one, I'll keep a place for you by my side. I don't want you to walk away, but I won't force you to stay. I'd rather you be happy, I'd rather you be free, even if it's without me. No lock and key. I want you to be happy, it isn't love if you aren't free. I'd rather you be free, even if it's without me.
Alright, ladies and jelly beans, let's get into it today. Woohoo! We are back, we are live. Let us see. Is it showing? Why is it not showing the dragons? Yeah, there we go. Now we can see them. Now the pretty babies are showing up. Alright, let's get back to work, ladies and jelly beans. Dear ladies and jelly beans of the United States of Asparagus, I have come before you to stand behind you to tell you something of which I know nothing about. There will be a ladies' club for men only held on Thursday, which is Good Friday. The admission is free, so pay at the door, pull up a chair, and sit on the floor. And without further ado, let's get started on our project. Now, we have options and opportunities. I think that we are largely done with all the shadows and shading. What do you guys think? You think so, or are there any areas that we really need to touch? I'm looking at this, you know, there is an area I can see that probably could use a little bit of work. But if you'd like to work on shadows, we can do that. We can also start working on that background that is currently completely black. Maybe put some clouds and some mountains in there. What do you guys think? Continue shadows. Alright. If you guys have ideas for the background, sorry, pins in my teeth. If you guys have ideas for what you'd like to see in the background, let's talk those out. Hey, Boomer, good to see you. Continue with shadows. And some background elements. And if we do add elements, would you like mountains? Or would you like What can we do? Maybe other. I'll be lazy. I'll just put other there. You guys can wrap it in the comments. Do, 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 yeah, I think the mountains would. I think the mountains will. Yeah, let's do this. Time to add those background elements because we are getting closer and closer to having this thing really, really done. But in order for it to feel complete, we need to have more than what's there. We need to have some mountains in the distance. I am feeling in a pretty good mood. How about you guys? How is life treating you? We're gonna label this mountains. There we go. Now, above the mountain majesty, above the floating plains, oh God shed His grace on me, and God will profit. I don't know why I'm singing America the Great, but you know, there we go. American Beautiful, I should say. It is great. It is a great place for all the things it gets wrong. I mean, there's no perfect place on Earth, to be perfectly honest. Ha ha ha, see what I did there? But I do believe America has great strengths to her, even in her weaknesses. Yes, had a very nice weekend. Now, I'm going to color these all purple, but don't you worry. We'll go ahead and add to them. Give it pops and shadows and other things. I just want to put down a base layer of color. Not the right. I have somehow picked up this little chest thing that is currently bothering me, so I apologize for the coughing in advance, but that's where it's coming from. Zoom in so we can see these in more detail. Get Guess I'm in a sing-song mood tonight, which means you guys are getting the musical version of the Artful audience. There you go. The Artful audience, the musical. Little did you know what you were signing up for when you showed up, huh? You thought you were just getting a regular stream, but oh no, we're full stop entertainment here. Guarantee you will have a unique experience when you hang out with me. These guys get, oh yeah, we've gotten quite a bit of smoke now. It's not as bad today as it was like last week. Last week it was really bad. There was like a thick haze that hung over Morris for a couple of days. It's not so bad now, but doesn't mean there's no impact, just not as much impact. The nice thing about mountains and snow is that you don't really have to be precise. The eye will do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. You just have to give the illusion of some angles and shape to it. The eye will take care of the rest for you. See, the eye likes to take shortcuts when it looks at things. It doesn't want to spend a lot of time figuring out what something is. So it'll fill in the blank whenever it sees something it's not sure. Well, that's true. It could be. Could very well be Pokey. Pookie. Sorry. Pokey. Well, you know, I have heard boomers say that you do poke him a lot, so maybe Pokey Ann isn't that bad. Isn't that far off. But yeah. You're right. It probably has something to do with the smoke. Stirring up all my allergies. How rude. Yeah, if y'all could dial down your wildfires, we'd appreciate it. Just kidding. I mean, it's not there for poor people. They are having it so much worse than we are. I feel for them. Truly. Yeah, I'm not as fast as I used to be either. Not nearly as fast as I used to be. Once upon a time, I could get around a little. Now, I still like to go on walks, but not as far and not as fast as I used to be able to go. And what you need to really sell the illusion of the mountains, of course, is not patches of snow and light, but really deep darks. That's what will come up on next. All right, there we go. We have got our lights settled in there. It's looking nice. It's responding to the moon the way we would expect it to. Now it's time to go put some deep darks in there. So some real dark. Places where it feels like the chasm of darkness has opened up and swallowed them into the void. Yeah, you know, that kind of darkness. Ah, yes. Oh. Ah, no more smudge. We need paint. Okay. Hey, it's Malachi. Good to see you. Good to see you, Rob. Kind of like pull the handbrake while driving down the highway. Yeah, I'm sure it is. The contrast between what's here and what's there is kind of probably startling. Some point in time, I probably will need to get a little fancier with what I do and actually have some music going while I'm working that I can talk over the top of. Putting in some mountains in the background here. That's what we're going on with for the moment. And then we're going to add some clouds. I think seems appropriate. It must be your industrious day. That's good. Glad you had an industrious day. Hopefully it went well. You know, there's a difference between an industrious day that was a lot of work and all disaster versus one that was productive work. Deeper the darks are, the higher the contrast with that light, the way it makes it more, um, makes it stand out. Now I'm fixing a bridge where the pins go on an acoustic guitar. Woo. Adrenaline rush from retail therapy. That's always fun. Shopping is an adventure. I have honestly never been that. I guess that's not entirely true. I'm a big fan of going shopping for things like electronics and stuff. I'm not a big fan of going shopping for things like clothes and stuff. That's more tedium to me. Probably because it's not so easy to find stuff that's in my size. So it's not as much fun. After you fix away, you plan on giving it away? Yeah. Still want to do that with the groat. We've got some in storage when we get the chance to get everything back out. We got some of it on this trip, but we weren't able to get everything because the car just isn't big enough to handle it all. So some of it's still in West Des Moines. Working on getting money together for a better vehicle, but that'll take a while. Ooh, I love how this is turning out. That is awesome. What do you think, y'all? Not looking good or what? All right. Karen, do you buy them when you go someplace new and then turn them into blankets? Yeah, yeah. It's a good hobby. All right, so there's our mountains. Let's give ourselves some cloud layer. Some misty, misty clouds. Let's see if I've got an appropriate brush. There we go. Turn down our opacity. Just gonna brush some in. Thank you. You like to wire small electronics and do small stitch sewing? Reminds you about yeah, me too. I'm nearsighted too, Rob. Really nearsighted. Like, don't catch me without my glasses, because if you're 20 feet away, I probably can't see who you are. Let's make a bigger smudge here. I have a sewing machine. Hey, Steve, it's so good to see you. We have been spending weeks and weeks and weeks working on our dragon, and she's finally to the point where she's just about done. Put a rubber stamp in the girl. She's made a lot of progress from where we started with her. I think next week I'm actually gonna see about putting together a time lapse so you guys can see the progress from beginning to end. Because I think that'd be a cool way to wrap this session up. This particular set of drawings. Just to let you guys see that. How much work we've done together. And you guys have shaped so much of the progress this has made. It would not be where it is without you guys. I'm going to zoom in for a moment. 100%, because I'm not liking how that cloud is working over here, so I'm going to take it back a little. Yeah. Well, my mom gave me a sewing machine, but I love the brothers, and I went ahead and bought myself one of those instead. Because I happen to have had a brother project one way years ago. It was a great machine, and then during one of our many moves, it got tossed by somebody who didn't particularly care about how I felt about a roommate of ours made a unilateral decision about what we were and weren't going to keep. So, but it's all good. I got the version I wanted, and I'm happy with that. I have plans for Halloween, y'all. Yes, they are. Well, I don't know if happy in this environment would be the right description. They are functional little clouds. They are doing some work. Decided that for Halloween this year, I am going to make myself a Victorian costume. I am going to wear that thing all throughout the month of October. During the day, it'll be normal colors, just fine. But at night, it's going to be made of glow-in-the-dark fabric. So as I walk down the streets, it'll glow in the dark. I figure that'll be fun. Is that a ghost? Sometimes I have a wicked sense of humor, y'all. Sometimes. Uh, yeah, yeah. I think it'll be fun, Linda. I think it'll be a lot of fun. There's people in this town won't know what hit them. What the heck, man? Wonder if I could get the historical society to go in on the gag with me. That'd be funny. Downright hilarious. Alright, let's take a look at this and see if we think it needs to add anything else. You guys give me your feedback once I put this thing on full zoom. Alright. What do you think? Are we done? Or is there something else we need? You know, actually, now that I asked that question, there is something else we need. We need a little more shadows. But I'm going to correct this one a little bit. Yep. Malachi, I have always had poor vision, or at least I have since third grade. But it has gotten remarkably worse in the recent years. It's unfortunate, but true. Oh, you know what really helps? Turning from blend to actual paint. We need more shadows. Shadows. Oh, I forgot to turn the opacity up. Goober me. Which is why they weren't painting so thick. 1.5 months since you've had a cigarette. Very nice. Very, very nice. Maybe a bolt of lightning off in the far distance. Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's put that in. I'm not as good with my lightning as I'd like to be. But we can take a stab at it. We need 1/10. Is that about right? What do you think? You've been taking Chantix to help you quit? Whatever works, my friend. That is one habit I never picked up, and I am really grateful for that. Part of the fact was my stepfather smoked, and I really hated it. Hated the way it smelled. Didn't help that it was associated with him. Yeah, I bet you do. Made your dreams all stabby. Oh, yeah. Quitting sugar is a hard habit to break. Probably one of those where it kind of takes divine intervention to get through that. Especially as baked into our culture as sugar happens to be. Sorry to hear that, Pookie. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what's the jury verdict? Is this complete and ready to be put to bed? Or do we still have work to do? Y'all's opinions matter. At least on this channel. I can't promise you that anybody else in life is going to give you a weighted opinion, but I do here. Do one tiny touch up. No, that's right. Not on the right layer for that. All right. All right. The verdict is in. The judging is finished. People are satisfied with what we've managed to produce together. Y'all, we have done some fantastic work on this dragon. She is a phenomenal beast. Long live the dragon. And I'm going to put her fit on the screen so we can see her all at once. Wow. You know, I can honestly say I have not been more pleased with a drawing than I am with this one. This one really rocks. And you guys are a huge part of getting it to this point. It would not be where it is without you. And so let's see. File, save as. I am going to go ahead and find a way to put it up for you guys to be able to buy, to get copies. I don't know where I'm going to post that, but I will put it up for you. Because you guys have been part of the stream, you guys can get the prints, you can print them at home. You know what, that's what I'll do. I'll create a Google link to the final document, and you guys can download that. Only you guys, because you guys have been with me from the beginning, helping me to do this, so I feel like you guys are owed that. Because it's your drawing too, it's not just mine. Oh yeah, I gotta remember which folder it's in. There's my drawing stream. Sorry, I guess you're listening to the Artful Audience, the musical tonight. Woohoo! All right, I am going to keep that folder somewhere. Did I not save it? Maybe I didn't. There it is. There it is. Alright. Yes, it has finished uploading. We can share. Anyone with the link. I trust you guys, so, you know. I'm going to pop that link in the chat. Hey, Tom, good to see you. And you guys can download your very own copy. You can use it as a desktop icon, whatever you feel like doing. You can print it out. The only thing I ask that you not do is sell it. It's the only thing I ask. But it is yours. We did this together. Woo. All right, so now we need to vote on what is the next project we want to work on. I mean, we've spent a long time on this project. Let's see. I guess we could pick a genre. Urban, you know. Or hey, my pleasure. You guys, like I said, you are the reason this stream exists, and you guys have been part of it from the beginning. So I truly appreciate it, and I want to make sure that you get something out of this. Aside from just getting to chat with me. Which, you know, I admit is an awesome prize, you know, because I am the Wanderer. Ooh, we're doing sci-fi. Nice. Nice. Okay, so let's dive a little bit into what kind of sci-fi we're talking. Let's see. Let's see. Galaxy far, far away. Cyberpunk world. Or alien life form. Hellscape, futuristic hellscape. I'll give you those options. You can put others in the chat if you don't like these. Oh no! It's okay. That's what you get for not paying attention, Malachi. I love you. No, you guys aren't required to pay strict attention to me. I can handle it, man. Tron theme, huh? Ooh, we're kind of split. Well, we've got more cyberpunk world than alien life form. Now we got a galaxy far, far away. Oh. Okay, but the majority of people want the cyberpunk world, so we'll stick with that for now. We may add that later. Another vote. All right. Cyberpunk world still leading the pack, but we did have a futuristic hellscape, an alien life form, and a galaxy far, far away. Tell you what, we'll start on the cyberpunk world and come back to the others if this one doesn't take us very long. I mean, by the time who knows? Nice, though. Appreciate the votes. Appreciate the participation. All right, let's get rid of Mama on the screen. She's not helping our case. Woof. She's beautiful, though. All right, new. We're going to do the same thing we did last time as far as sizing goes. Try to remember what my sizes were. I think it's 18 by 22. Which, you know, that may not mean much to y'all, but faraway alien cyberpunk in a hellscape. Well, we could say planetary stuff. Well, cyberpunk, it's kind of a hellscape, but maybe we have a hellscape beyond the cyberpunk, like kind of an indicated wasteland somewhere. We're gonna contemplate how to do that. All right, so one of the first things we're gonna do, though, is we're gonna determine the perspective. Because that's gonna decide a lot of factors for us. We want this character centered. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. First things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it into sketch mode. Because we're going to ugly sketch and we're going to decide some things. I'm not really worried about precision right here. More about getting a feel for things. Let's place a figure right there. determine its shape later. I mean, right now it's going to be kind of humanoid. But this, the square in which that thing is what we're going to measure buildings and other things against. So this, just to make sure that it has a mohawk. Okay. So that is our little creature. Buildings must be taller than it. This is why we're starting with it. So I'm going to copy that and create a new thing. And give myself proportions. See? Now the creature could enter that building, so that's about the size of a building. A small building, that way. That's where a house would be. If I were to draw a house. Give it some perspective. Imagine looking off to the distance. Because we're going to infinity and beyond, bub. And we're going to give ourselves a horizon line. However ugly that may be. Maybe there's some wasteland over here in the distance. I'm going to block that off. Like I said, we're just blocking things out. Right now, we're not really worried about whether it looks pretty or not, whether it looks functional or not. We're just getting it on the page. This is where that wasteland lives. It's kind of a dystopian, and give it some gotta have at least one building that has weird shapes to it. Train station type thing that runs. Let's think about that. That's the tram, like the subway or something. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Let's give it a train station that runs all throughout this weird little city. This guy is relative to the rest of it. Terrible. It doesn't want to switch layers for me. Okay. Come on, good boy. You know you can do it. There we go. Speaking of pickles, I need to have one before this. I think I'll have one when I get off stream. I loves me some pickles. I want him to feel tiny in comparison to these buildings. Come on. Save yourself. There you go. Good job. You can do it. Set him over here. And maybe he's on his own platform. See? Get dinner and a show. In the distance, that train wrapping its way throughout the city. Just gonna plop things in here at random. I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea. Don't worry, nobody else has any idea. At least as far as what I'm doing. Even my own family doesn't know. Makes sense. I like that. What do you guys think? I suppose I could be polite and include you in the conversation. Wouldn't that be a miracle? Yeah, I know, right? Just draw first and ask questions later. I guess that's a better way of handling than, technically than shoot first and ask questions later, which has its advantages, but tends to rack up the body count pretty quick. Quack? Pretty quack. Pretty quick. Where, oh, where did my little buildings go? Where could they be? This is it. Yeah. Those office windows. There we go. I remember now. And that'll pass it back on. Oop, I forgot about that. No, I don't want to turn on sticky keys. Yeah. Now that's not going to work, probably. We'll take that out. got roughly Riverine Branch, well, Patooey. Alright. I think I got a square brush somewhere, but maybe not. Maybe I imagined it. Indeed, it seems I did. Well, it's okay. Make that a bridge. I kind of really like that idea, actually. I didn't know if I was going to stick with it, but I think I really like that idea. Question is, do we want to make this a daytime or a nighttime scene? Because that changes a lot of things. Changes how much of the landscape you can see, changes the feel of the piece. What do y'all think? I do like this one being over here. It's got one of those spheres. We're just blocking things in. We'll make details and shapes later, but I do like it being that way. Maybe night so we can have a planet or a moon in the background. I like that. You want the moon to be big and bright? Or do you want it to be a tiny sliver that you can barely see because of all the noise pollution? Or light pollution, I should say. Dusk lighting, oranges and lavender purples. Nice. Twilight, just before the full dark. Cracked. Oh, yeah. I like the idea of a cracked moon. Yeah. That's kind of cool. We can work with that. Okay. So we're going to make some notes. Somewhere around here. Obviously, this isn't going to be part of the main drawing, so I'm going to drop it on its own layer. Pump that up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Or maybe figure out why it's not doing it at all. There we go. Tom, you fit right in. The rest of us are odd too. We're an odd lot of individuals, and I like us that way. Let's be honest. If you guys weren't odd, you would find me odd. But as it is, I fit right in. Nobody knows that I'm so weird. Fit right in with the rest of us. Got pieces of debris that float around it, maybe. Well, yes, right now it looks like Pookie picking up a pizza, but you know, we can have hopes, aspirations, dreams. Yeah, we'll work on it. Oops, cancel. This is where we're going to put in the background. Down there. Yeah, pinks and purples and all manner of fancy colors. There we go. There's a good color for us. We'll start at the top and work our way to the bottom. Okay, so now we got that swirly merrily mix, and now we're gonna smudge those together. Yeah, that'll work. We need a bigger smudge though. Nope. When we smudge them together, they really do some work. Oh, we did that last night. We have 4 minutes. If you guys have anything going on you would like to let the group know about before we take our departure for the evening, do pop it in the chat. Let us know what you've got. I will be back here on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. for Real Talk, if you care to join me. Last week, we talked about a better world, and what that, or better life, really, and that what that means. The fact that what that means is different for each of us. But we can come to a common consensus about what we want for it and build something positive that works for everybody. Something I'm very interested in doing. But we can talk more about that on Thursday. Or we can talk about something else. And if you guys ever have a suggestion for a topic you'd like to discuss during Real Talk, please feel free to email me. If you don't know what my email address is, just ask. There's no shame in this game. I'm happy to chat. Just grab jalapeno White Castles for dinner when you got your sewing kit. Just a breakfast and combined lunch and dinner. Nice. Yes, Ubi's show is indeed coming up. You will be on next. We are doing our Twilight light show. Alright, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a pleasure having you. I'm so glad we got Mama to the point where we got her. She's looking so fabulous. If you didn't grab your copy, make sure you do. I'm going to leave her up for about a week or two, and then I'll take her down, and the only way you'll be available to have her after that is for purchase. Because the girl's got to eat somehow. Alrighty. I will